Hello everyone, welcome to the session. In the previous video, we have seen the concepts of ratio and proportion. In this session, we are going to discuss the types of ratio and proportion and will solve questions based on each type. Let's get into the session. Problems on ratio. There's a question here, A is to B is equals to 5 is to 8 and C is to B is equals to 4 is to 3. Then A is to B is to C is equals to, so that is what you are going to find. So coming to this, you have to find A is to B is to C. So now just follow my instruction. A is to B is 5 is to 8, right? Okay, so 5 is to 8. So now you have to be very careful with respect to the variable. It is not B is to C, it is C is to B. It is in a reciprocal. Yes. So what is C value? C value is 4 and B value is 3. So B value is 3, C value is 4. In case, instead of writing like this, if you made any careless mistake like this, in a sense 5 is to 8 and 4 is to 3, in a sense, you will get a different answer, wrong answer. Got it? Okay, anyways, we will solve both the things. So here let me have 8 and here. So what you have to do, in a sense, here we have some empty space, right? Yes. So in this empty space, you have to fill the neighboring value. So here who is a neighbor? 8. So fill the same neighboring value. Here who is a neighbor? 3. So fill 3 here. Here as well. Here 8 is there. So fill the 8. Here 4 is there. Fill the 4. So now multiply these two. So 5 3s are 15. 8 into 3, 24. And 8 into 4, 32. Is it possible to reduce? No. Okay. Coming to here, 5 fours are 20, 8 fours are 32, and 8 threes are 24. So is it possible to reduce again? Yeah, it is possible. So 5, 4, I mean, which table? We can go with 4 table, right? So 4, 5 times here, 4, 8 times, and here 4, 6 times. Now you just see, if you write this in a sense, you will be getting option C, which is the right answer. But in case, because of your careless mistake, if you didn't, if you forget to interchange this, and then if you got this answer in a sense, this particular answer is also in the question, but in the option, just see, but if you mark this as the option, then your entire question will be wrong. Did you understand? So this is the interviewer strategy. Got it? So interviewer create a question in such a way they know in this particular point students will get confused and they will make a mistake. So even though if you make mistake as well, since the particular value is in the option, you will think that it is a right one, but actually it is a wrong. So what is the answer for this particular question? Option C, 15 is to 24 is to 32. If A is to B is equals to 5 is to 7. And 1 by C is to 1 by B. It is in a fraction, right? Okay. Is equals to 8 is to 9. Which among the following represent A is to B is to C? Okay. So you just see here, 1 by C is to 1 by B. So this 1 by C is to 1 by B, in a sense 1 by B. So it will be reciprocal. So it will become B is to C. So I mean B by C, which is nothing but 8 by 9. Got it? Okay. So now A is to B is to C. 5 is to 7. Here 8 is to 9. So now here you have empty space. So fill this empty space 7. Here as well fill it 8. So 8 5s are 40. 7 8s are 56. And 7 9s are 63. So what's the answer? 40 is to 56 is to 63. Option C is the answer. So when it comes to this question, try to answer this particular question. So it is somewhat, it's in the form of equation, right? So x is to y is equals to 3 is to 4. Then 7x plus 3y is to 7x minus 3y is equals to. See, here also it is in the ratio. Here as well, it is in the ratio. So very simple. X by y is equals to 3 by 4. You just see x value is 3 and y value is 4. Directly you can substitute it. So 7 into 3 plus 3 into 4 divided by 7 into 3 minus 3 into 4. So that how much you'll be getting? 21 plus 12 divided by 21 minus 12. So that at last how much you'll be getting? You'll be getting 33 by 9. So that if you reduce it, you'll be getting 11 by 3, which is nothing but 11 is to 3. A and B shares are in the ratio 4 is to 5. B and C shares are in the ratio 15 is to 13. C and D shares are in the ratio of 26 is to 3. And D and D shares are in the ratio of 6 is to 70. So they are asking the share of A is to E. A and D. A and D is nothing but A is to E. So what you can do? A is to, B is to, C is to, D is to E. Okay. So what is A is to B? A is to B is 4 is to 5. B is to C, 15 is to 13. C is to D, 26 is to 3. D is to E, 6 is to 17. So now you just see here empty space. So I'll fill this empty space here. Here 13, so 13. Here 3 is A, so 3. Here 6 is A, so 6, 6, 6. Here 26, 26. Here 15. So I have filled this. Okay. So now we just see what is our question, our need. We need only A and E. So we need this alone. Okay. We need E and then we need this particular A. So here you can cancel, forget this 3 and then you just cancel these A and E alone because it will be in the fraction only, right? So 13 one times here, 13 two times, 3 one times here, 3 two times, 5 one times here, 5 3 times. So multiply the remaining 4 into 3 into 2 into 2 divided by 17. So at last you will be getting 4 3s are 12, 2 2s are 4. 12 into 4, 48 by 17, which is nothing but option C. So in case if you find difficult to write, if you find lazy to write all these things in a sense, we have one more simple logic, which is nothing but, so anyways, they are asking the first and the last one. So what you can do, just multiply all the ratio in a sense, find the compound ratio. So you just see 4 is to 5, I can make it as 4 by 5 into 15 by 13 into 26 by 3 into 6 by 17. So now just cancel it. 5 one times, 3 times. 13 one times, 2 times. 3 gets cancelled. So at last what you will get? The same answer. 48 is to 17. One question you will be having multiple methods. So which method feel you easier? That you can choose and then you can solve the questions. So now let's get into the next question. Here is what we have seen, the types of ratios, right? A ratio compounded of duplicate ratio, triplicate ratio, subduplicate, subtriplicate. So duplicate ratio is nothing but square. Square this 4 is to 5 so that you will be getting 16 is to 25. Then triplicate ratio. Cube this 1 is to 3, 1 is to 27. Then subduplicate ratio. Square root of 81 is 9 and square root of 256 is 16. Then subtriplicate. So cube root of 125 is 5 and then cube root of 512 is 8. So now what you have to do? You have to multiply the numerator because compounded. So multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator. So 16 into 1 into 9 into 5 which to 25 into 27 into 16 into 8. So now what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cancel it. 16 and 16 gets cancelled. 9 1 times 9 3 times. 5 1 times 5 5 times. So 1 is 2. 5 3s are 15. 15 into 8 120. So what's the answer? Option C is my answer. So now we are going to learn how to compare these ratios. In entrance test, the ratio of the appeared to the successful students was 7 is to 3. So the appeared and successful is 7 is to 3. If 343 students appeared in a sense, this 7 parts value is nothing but 343. Then what is 1 part value? 49. Yes? Okay. How many got through it? Got through it in a sense, you are going to find how many has got selected, which is nothing but 3 parts. So 3 into 49, which is equals to 147. So what is the answer? Option B, 147 is the answer. And guys, we have one more trick. We no need to solve these things and all. Just we are going to use the common sense. You just look into the four options. Here, 343 students only appeared in the test. For sure, selected will be less than 343. Am I right? So now look into these four options. Except this option B, remaining the rest of the three options were greater than 343. So for sure, definitely, what will be the answer logically? Option B will be the answer because it is the only value which is less than 343. So the next, salaries of X, Y, Z are given in the ratio 3:5:7. If the income of Z is 6,000 more than Y, then find the salary of X. So this ratio, 3 is nothing but X and Y is nothing but 5 and Z is nothing but 7. So now, with respect to the statement, the income of Z is 6,000 more than Y. Got it? So Z minus Y is equals to 6,000. So now, just substitute the ratio here. 7 parts minus Y is 5 parts, which is equals to 6,000. 2 parts value is 6,000. Then the value of one part is nothing but 3,000. So we got the value of one part. So now what they ask you to find? We have to find the value of salary of X. So what is the X salary? 3 parts. So 3 parts is equals to 3 into 1 part value is 3,000. So that you will be getting the salary of X as 9,000 rupees. So option C is the right answer. You just see, if there are three numbers in the ratio 3:2:5, be such that the sum of the squares is equals to 8,862. Then which number is the middle one? So just see here, three numbers is there, 3, 2, and 5. Okay. So we don't know the exact, so 3x, 2x, and 5x. Just follow the statement. Sum of the squares. So you have to square it. So whole square, whole square, whole square. Sum of the square in a sense plus, which is equals to 1862. 9x square plus 4x square plus 25x square is equals to 1862. 38x square is equals to 1862. X square is equals to 49 and x is equals to 7. They are asking you the middle one. So middle one is nothing but this part. Who is that? 2. So 2x is equals to 2 into 7. You will be getting 14. So what is the answer? Option B, 14. The ratio of boys and girls studying in a school is 7:8. Okay. Just look at this question carefully. If the number of boys is 150 less than the number of girls, then what is the total number of girls? You just see the ratio of boy to girl is 7:8. Number of boys 150 less than the girl. So number of boys 150 less than the girl in a sense. Don't you think they are speaking about the difference? Yes. So this count is nothing but difference. So you can directly relate it with the ratio itself. You just see what is the difference here? One part. So this one part difference is nothing but 150. So now what they are asking the total number of girls. So what is the girls ratio here? 8 is my girls ratio. So 8 parts is equals to 8 into 150, which is nothing but 1,200. The same ratio based question they are asking with respect to percentage. So now we just see the train fare and the bus fare between two stations is in the ratio 3:4. So the train fare is there, bus fare is there. So the ratio is 3:4. If train fare increases by 20% and the bus fare increases by 30%, what is the ratio between a revised train fare and revised bus fare? Very simple. So for this, you just see they are given something in percentage, right? For this, you need to know the concept of percentages. So you just see, when it comes to percentage, always take the base value as 100%. So increase by 20 in a sense, plus 20, which is nothing but 120%. Here, increased by 30 in a sense, 100 plus 30, which is nothing but 130%. So this 120% we can make it as 120 by 100, which is equals to 1.2. Here, 130 by 100, which is equals to 1.3. So you are going to multiply this 3 into 1.2 because increased. At the same time, increased by, this bus is increased by 30. So it will be 1.3. So multiply this 3.6 is to, same, 4 3s are 12, 4 1s are 4. So 4 plus 1, 5, 5.2. So now what you have to do, just multiply it. So both are having decimal point. So into 10, here as well into 10. So that it will become 36 is to 52. So if you reduce this, then the answer will be 9 is to 13. So what is the answer? Option A. What is the ratio of mean proportion between 3.6 and 12.1? So what is mean proportion? Mean proportion formula, x is equals to root of AB. So everyone knows this. And they're asking third proportion. So what is the third proportion formula? C is equals to B square by A. So we are going to use these two formulas. So now root of 3.6 into 12.5. So now you just see 3.6 I can make it as 36 by 10 because I am multiplying numerator and denominator. Here as well 121 by 10. So now it will become like this, 6 square into 11 square divided by 10 square. So now if you reduce it, it will be 6 into 11 by 10, which is nothing but 66 by 10, which is 6.6. So this is the mean proportion value you have got. So now we are going to see third proportion. So C is equals to B square. What is A here? A is 2, B is 11. So 11 square is 121 divided by 2. So which is nothing but 60.5. So this is our third proportion. So now they are asking the ratio of mean proportion and the third proportion. So 6.6 is to 60.5. So what is the answer we got? 6.6 is to 60.5. But does this answer is in any of these options? No, right? So what you can do in a sense, convert this decimal point into whole number so that it will be 66 is to 605. 11 6 are 66, 11 5s are, and again remainder will be 555. So again 11 5s are. So what is the answer? 6 is to 55 will be your answer. Here we are going to find the fourth proportional of 0.006, 1.21, 6 by 25. So how to find the fourth proportional? D is equals to BC by A. Yes, so we'll be using this representation to find the fourth proportional. So just substitute it. We all know this is A, this is B, and this is C. So what is B now? 1.2 into C, 6 by 25 divided by A, 0.006. As I said earlier, in order to make your calculation easy, let us convert this decimal into a whole number. So how will you convert it? So here we'll multiply the numerator and denominator by 10 so that it will become 12 by 10 into 6 by 25 divided by, after the decimal point, 3 values are there. So we'll multiply the numerator and denominator by 1000. So it becomes 6 by 1000. So again, we'll make it simpler for cancellation. So we'll have it as 12 by 10 into 6 by 25. If the denominator goes there, it becomes reciprocal 1000 divided by 6. So now it is very easy to cancel this. Reduces 6 gets cancelled, and then 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 21 times here, 4 times. So that 12 into 4 is nothing but 48. And at last, we got the answer as option B, 48. So now, let's solve this question. Here, x is subtracted from 19, 28, 55, and 91. The numbers obtained are in proportion. Find the mean proportional between x plus 9 and x square. So we have to find the mean proportion. So before that, what we need to know? we need to know the value of x. So let's see the first statement, what it is mentioned. X is subtracted from 19. So based on the statement, we'll get 19 minus x, and then 28 minus x, 55 minus x, and 91 minus x. So here, in order to reduce the calculation and in order to save the time, we are going to use a proportion property. So it is nothing but b minus a divided by b minus c, which is equals to b by d. So this is the proportion property we are going to use here. So please remember this in order to solve these type of questions. So now this is the value of a, b, c, and d. Substitute in this place. So what happens? B minus a. So b minus a in a sense 28. Here minus x. Here minus x. So minus into minus it becomes plus x. So this x and x gets cancelled. Am I right? So only number will be there. 28 minus 19. In the same manner, d minus c. Here as well, x and x gets cancelled. So now the only number will be there. 91 minus 55. So now reduce it so that you will be getting 9 by 36, which is equals to 1 by 4. So we got the value of b minus a by d minus c, which is nothing but 1 by 4. So now, with respect to the formula, which is equals to b by d. What is b by d? 28 minus x divided by 91 minus x. So to find the value of x, just cross multiply these two so that you will be getting 91 minus x is equals to 112 minus 4x. So now 3x is equals to 27. X is nothing but 7. So we got the value of x. So now what we can do is we can substitute this in this given two values. X plus 9, which is equals to 7 plus 9, you will be getting 16. And in the same manner, x square. So what is x square? 7 square, which is equals to 49. So now we can find the mean proportion. So how to find it? MP is equals to root of 16 into 49. So now 16 is nothing but 4 square and 49 is 7 square. This square and this root gets cancelled, so that at last you will be getting the MP value as 28. So what is the answer? Option D, 28 is my answer. Find two numbers. So previously we will be finding mean proportion and third proportion, right? But here they themselves they are given the third proportion value and then the mean proportion value. You have to find that two numbers. You have to find the question. So root of AB is equals to 18. So what is AB squaring on both sides? So square is equals to here also 18 square. So that it will be AB is equals to 324. If you multiply those two numbers, you will be getting this particular answer. So let us see that. 6 2s are 12. Just take the unit digit. My last digit will be 2. Here my last digit is 4. So not possible. Here 9 6 are 54. The last digit is 4. Here also last digit is 4. So there are possibility. Here 8 3s are 24. So again last digit is 4. So there are possibility. Here 6 2s are 12. Last digit is 2. So not possible. So now we are going to focus B and C. So let us see 3 into 18. For sure it will be a 2-digit number. Yes or no? Yeah, if you multiply it will be 2-digit number. But here I am having 3-digit number. So obviously what will be my answer? Option B is my answer. Got it? So without multiplying itself, I have got the answer. So this is the smartest way to get the answer easily within a short span of time. In this video, we have learned how to solve questions on ratio and proportion. And in the next video, we are going to discuss the most interesting topics, partnership and problems on ages. So please stay focused and boost up your learning. Thank you.